Previously on RPG Revolver.
The door to the north.
The door to the north.
Is it a nice door? So like oak?
The adventure path didn't get into describing the door, and I don't feel like making it up. So,
All
Alright, let's check it for traps.
a magical voice booms out from the statue. In my hands, I judge the value of all wealth, raising up whichever is greater. One of these coins is deception. Find it using only 2 judgments and receive my blessing. 2 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Consensus.
6 in the hands, and then 4 and 8 are sitting out.
Do the hands move, Toker?
As you put 2 in one hand and 6 in the other, the 2 rises.
Hey.
6 is the fake.
Nice.
So you turn the fake in. As soon as the puzzle is solved, another door slides open just a little further up the hallway you're going to on the right.
I'll start
20.
my own Pathfinder game.
It's fine
Gotcha.
because in this game, when you tie with the monsters, they go first.
That's fine. I just want
Period.
That's
I was like, oh, that's
See,
cool.
but that's fun for one person instead of being fun for 5 people.
No, it's fun for the 2 kobolds as opposed to
Well, you know,
the
as
rest
long
of
as they're
them.
having a good time.
They're having a good time. And now on RPG Revolver.
You don't consent.
What's up?
You don't get to consent.
Yeah, no consent needed.
No,
I
consent.
feel like there is.
Consent is sexy.
You
Yeah.
say so. You're like one of those jackasses that say condoms are sexy.
So, condoms are not sexy, especially on me. I don't
Let
have
me
to
see
come
it.
on.
It's an extra
I'll
peel
send
for
you
your
photos.
banana.
Yeah, yeah. Makes it taste better, I've been told.
Gross.
It depends on the penis. Don't shake your head no.
It's on the
There was this girl I was seeing at one point, and she would be really hot and heavy in public. She would want to make out and be gropey, and then when we get to her house, she would do the playful no, and I would stop and go home. And I never knew like what the deal was. We ended up never hooking up. And then I heard a Louis C.K. bit like a year or so later where he talked about the same thing, where he met a girl after the show. He took her up to the motel room. Everything was going good. And then she said no. So he stopped and he left. But he ran into the girl later and he just goes, so what was the deal? Like you said no. She goes, oh, I just like it when a guy takes control. And he was like, I'm not rolling those fucking dice. And then later we found out that he'll show his penis to people, whether they ask or not. So I'm conflicted on a lot of fronts here about what I should have done. And I'm happy with my results.
Yeah, no, you took the right.
Well, I mean, in those situations, his hands are
You
kind of tied up, so I mean, they
You
could
did
leave
the
pretty
right
easily,
thing.
right?
You did the right thing. By jerking off alone in your room.
Yeah. I think that night she fell asleep next to me and a spider crawled into my mouth and I left. And I called her the next
what
day.
the fuck?
I called her the next day and was like, this isn't working out. And she goes, yesterday was my birthday. Are you breaking up with me on my birthday? And I went, yeah, a spider crawled into my mouth and we're not having sex. And I don't know what to do anymore. I got to wash this all away. Does that make me a bad person?
No.
Oh, I can't get past the spider
Wait,
crawling in
hold
your
on,
mouth.
hold on.
Where is? Does she live in a haunted house?
She had a clean house.
Spiders
Well, it's just-
exist.
Spider just coming down and
I
just
have
right
a
in there.
question. You said we went out on my birthday, and then you're breaking up with me on my birthday,
Well, no.
which was her birthday.
Is-
She
You get a
was
week.
like,
You
why?
get a week.
She said, why do you not want to hang out anymore? And I was like, well, yesterday, these are the things that happened that make me
Plus
like,
the spider mouth thing.
not interested in you anymore. I was like, you're real hot and heavy when we're out in public, but when we get back to your house, I get like weird mixed signals that I don't feel comfortable with. And when you fell asleep, a spider crawled into my mouth. So I think that's a sign that we're done. And she was like, yesterday was my birthday. You're breaking up with me because of what happened on my birthday. And I said, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you might be the asshole for saying that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, no.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the truth. I mean, it's
It's what happened on.
Weirdest times
it's what.
to tell the truth.
Honestly, though, it's what didn't happen is why you're breaking up with her.
Kevin,
If
you
you
were
would-
a
if you
part
got-
of this.
You didn't get a taste of
And Kevin
delicious
was a part of
spider,
this.
Kevin.
You just
I was making out with her outside the back door of Voodoo,
Not
and I
this
looked
one.
up and Kevin was staring at us through the door. That's when all the creepiness really started. 'Cause you were breathing heavy. Like there was that fog out the glass door. Too real? All right, let's play this game.
Oh,
Oh, true story.
please. Pathfinder 2E. Sounds like a fun game to play.
I need a cigarette after that story.
Oh, shit. I don't know. A cigarette or a bath.
Just
Definitely some
the drum-
pesticide.
The dramatic music kicked in, boom, and I looked up, and it's just staring through a door. Oh, sorry.
You two are the best of friends.
We are good friends, Kevin.
In case you were wondering.
No, with all sincerity, we've had adventures in the past. I was actually, maybe I'll play it on this. I was digging through more of the old radio station stuff, and I'd found a folder that I hadn't gone through yet, and in it was 3 interviews, where 2 of the interviews was all 3 of them were me and Kevin interviewing each other as different people. It would either be me as myself interviewing Kevin as someone who is famous and recently dead, or him interviewing me. I think I was Dale Earnhardt.
Fuck yeah, do it for Dale.
Junior? Or
Yeah, I was the one that had
the
just
original?
died. You were Steve Irwin.
Oh,
You
shit. I'm fucking.
you made a joke about me having a loose butthole.
Crikey.
You are
Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin.
Crikey.
This is good because I was a big fan of Steve Irwin.
I was too.
I love Steve Irwin.
Crikey. Will you look at the size of that bloke? He's bloody huge. He's got beautiful, beautiful coloration. And if you look at the tip of his tail, oh, that's coloration I've never seen before.
That's not his tail, Steve. I thought you were a professional.
Crikey! Well, you know what I like to do?
What's that, Steve?
If I'm at a live concert here in Charleston and I see any ass crack, I like to sneak up on him and jam my thumb straight up his bunghole.
Really?
Yeah, it really pisses him off.
I think you've gotten me once or twice.
Yeah!
Some people like that.
That hole's a little loose there, Toker.
Oh. And I love Steve Irwin.
Yeah, crikey.
And they're funny for me to listen to, but they were so distasteful. I can't imagine
Cancelable
when we
material.
got fired from that job.
What did y'all get fired for?
I think realistically, we weren't that good, but honestly,
Wait,
it came
they
down to
fired
money.
you, but they kept the pervert in the kilt.
Yeah, he died of a heart attack later. He sucked anyway.
Yeah,
But
Mine was, I just was part-time that wasn't under contract, and they just didn't give me hours. They were like, yep, we're done with that.
yeah, they laid off most of the staff, so us part-timers who just had fun on the weekends were kind of the first to go. But I think it really boiled down to the fact that the people who owned the place weren't paying their taxes. That was what kind of fell down. Information that came down.
Yeah.
So it was like either
Yes.
fire a bunch of people or lose your whole business, and they fired a bunch of people.
Well, I think, and also they really cowed down to the warning sign of confiscating the owner's private jet.
Yeah, I remember that story popping
A
up. too.
private jet? Bullshit, man.
He
Yeah, the guy
had a private jet.
Yeah, the guy that owned that radio station owned radio stations all over the country.
Is it a clear channel guy, or
It wasn't Clear Channel. That was one up we had, but it was it was
I
pretty.
feel like Killer Channel bought like half the country or something. I mean,
He
they
owned
like
2
every
here, and he
station.
owned at least 2 somewhere else. And not that any of this information matters, but
he's like a petty radio baron?
I think his Charleston radio stations were his most profitable ones. So I think all the other ones just shut down.
Oh wow! Like that's the thing. Like I kind of miss like that we had like music festivals and shit. But basically,
God, did you see how much there's the music for the 4-day like metal festival in Florida, Rockville? It's like $650 a person now. If you want to sit in the shade, you could go for $350 if you want to sit in the middle of the speedway in the middle of the day with no shade.
no.
I mean, you say now. I feel like I paid like $250 for Bonnaroo in like 2003.
Good Jesus.
You know, like
I mean, I remember
Prices just went up too, so
me and
it's like
Josh
600
went,
person.
and I think it was $300-$400 for the weekend, but that was for the VIP. And basically that meant here's chairs and shade. Thank you for the extra money. Here's a place that you won't have heat stroke.
Chairs and shade, no water.
You still had to pay for the water. Actually, I think we had water fountains and AC'd bathrooms, which was huge. That was almost worth the extra.
That was the worst, going into a steamy outdoor.
oh god,
just-
So it
porta potty.
doo-doo
Yeah.
smoke.
The
No,
porta
I just
potties with the
remember,
poop piled up over the toilet
Mhm.
at Bonnaroo, just like a cone. Of
Oh no, that's where people are like, they're getting up on top of it and squatting. They're
Yeah.
like popping a squat.
Ooh,
Oh.
shitting is a
It
cone
was
spell.
nasty.
Those people like standing on the
Shitting is a cold spell.
squatting above the thing.
I mean, but you got it. There's only so many bathrooms. You can't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Leaving is a whole day's thing. So,
So
yeah,
you just have to stand on top of that pile
You just-
and add to it.
Oh.
did how you could.
Cone of crones.
Then the big rain that went high up enough to get into the porta potties.
Oh.
Yeah, and then the horses just shitting everywhere. It was nasty.
I'm trying to drink here, madam.
I can't wait to
Well,
go to
you
Bonnaroo
know.
this year.
Yeah,
Guzzle
Killing
up.
me.
that shit is just not
I
for me
know
anymore.
it.
Weren't
Yeah.
we getting
It
back
was an
into
experience.
Pathfinder?
Sure.
Why are we talking
What-
about
what-
all this shit?
Let's talk about poop just a little longer.
All
A
of this.
few more
Wait.
minutes.
Okay, I have a question. This is
Sure.
hypocrisy. This is gross hypocrisy, especially gross. Because every time we bring up something like doo-doo, Mahogany gets upset. But now that she's bringing it up, oh no. we're gonna
now
talk
that
about
she's got
doo-doo.
her doo-doo story.
Haven't you
Yeah.
heard of a double standard? Well,
Mahogany, how many people walk around barefoot with their feet?
Oh, those are her two favorite
I
things,
was.
Dookie
I
and
lost my shoe.
Oh,
Look,
God.
so this is Bonnaroo weekend. We get there. It's Father's Day
Which is a weird time for a festival.
weekend. And so day one, I called my dad. 'Cause I'm like, I'm gonna get fucked up this weekend. I'm not gonna be by Sunday. I'm not gonna be in any position to call my dad. So I call him day one. We get there, tell him Happy Father's Day. You know,
Happy Father's Day. I love you.
cool.
You
So I
may
had
see
my
some
phone
things on
day
the
one.
news. Just ignore them.
It rained a little bit that afternoon. Just took the shoes right off my feet. The ground just gets so suctiony. Took the shoes right, it just lost in the mud. Gone immediately. And I lost my phone the same way in the mud. And so yeah, day one, no shoes, no phone, and we spent all of our money. All of our money. Yeah, it was a good time. Had a lot of fun though.
And now,
Lots of
all
duty,
these years
lots of
later, you get to
fun.
talk about the doo-doo tower, the porta johns.
I mean, you gotta walk. You have like you gotta get you going. Like I paid this money. I'm going to shows. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So I think I borrowed some flip flops from somebody for some time.
Oh
but-
yeah, that'll protect the feet.
Oh, yeah.
Is there doo-doo
Get
on these
flip-flops.
flops? Okay, I'll
yeah.
take
The flops got eaten by the mud too.
Mm.
Gone. And like so, the day like the next like it would dry up because the sun is so weird. Like you see that like cracked looking thing in the sand. It was that kind of terrain, and then when it rained, it would all that stuff that had dried up and cracked up would turn into like
slick
a
mud.
clay, yeah, like a slick clay mud, and that's what it like. So the next morning you'd wake up and it would be like that crackly clay, and you'd see shoes sticking up out of it too.
Yesterday's
Because-
victims.
It wasn't just me. It wasn't just me. Everybody. A lot of people lost a lot of shoes. So,
Yeah, I mean, the only time the one in North Carolina, which was the Big Rock one, was the only like 3-day music event I went to, and me and Josh went. I was real happy we paid for the shade and the chairs, because just watching herds of people slowly die of heat exhaustion as they meander from stage to stage became like part of the show. It was. I see why people think zombie apocalypses are going to happen, because you can see them at around 4 p.m. when it's 95 degrees outside and people are just drunk and struggling to go see fucking Marilyn Manson one more time. Phenomenal to see, and just but not for me anymore. I've done it. I'm done. I don't want to do that again.
He's over with the dope show.
Where did you go in North Carolina?
I can't remember the town.
Rockingham is.
No, it wasn't Rockingham. It was like Chapel something. I don't think Chapel Hill, but it's like close. There's a speedway up there.
Oh, you're talking about like at the pavilion, Blockbuster Pavilion, or Verizon Amphitheater?
It wasn't an amphitheater. Like it was where they race cars, and they had put up stages. Like there was.
So that was like Concord. Is that
Concord? Concord.
Is it Lowe's Motor Speedway?
That's Charlotte Motor Speedway, then.
Maybe.
It's like it's like north.
I don't know anything about
Charlotte,
NASCAR.
It's Charlotte area, Charlotte Edge.
Yeah, it was just a giant open field that they built 2 main stages and a bunch of little stages. They had a VIP. I say VIP, but it was literally, they're just like, here's tents and chairs. Thank you for the extra $200.
They should have like a rock festival at Biltmore Estate, just like shit all over everything.
Well, yeah, it was awful. I mean, we had a good time watching the shows and stuff, but it's miserable for anybody else.
Yeah.
One more fun fact. It's the only time I've ever been sunburned. Was at Bonnaroo.
Well, I wish that was the case for me.
Yeah.
I get sunburned if I'm out for 2 hours.
Yeah, if I just go check the mail.
I'm getting sunburned off booze. I haven't been outside all day.
Me and Mahogany
sunburn from the inside.
Me and Mahogany go to the pool together, and there's definitely a difference between how the sun interacts with me and how the sun interacts with her, and I'm very jealous.
Sucks to suck, sucker.
That's true.
I worked with a guy who had to have some of his ear cut off because it had seen too much sun.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I hate to ask, but what happened up here? He goes, oh, I used to surf, and that ear saw a lot of sun, so they had to cut the cancer out of it. Yeah, it was a bunch of skin cancer from being.
I thought surfers had long hair for that reason, so they didn't get like
some of
them.
That
was wet. It's like all
maybe he
back,
had big ears.
He did.
Out through his
had big ears.
All right, so we rolled initiative last week. Shut up.
Okay.
If it's not a doo-doo story, man, I don't want to hear it.
So I was in the bathroom and a guy was.
That reminds me.
Yeah. So, quick
I rolled
recap.
a 25, I believe.
Yeah, no, it's still up from last time, and that's nowhere close. So, a little recap from last week. You guys went through the first trap room. You solved the gold puzzle. Mainly, I think Mahogany solved that gold puzzle. If we're using hero points,
she did all the heavy lifting.
I think we'll give her an extra hero point for this encounter.
Hell yeah!
I think so.
I'm fully behind this.
And yeah, so you came through. You disarmed. You deactivated a trap that you found in the treasure room. You still didn't know exactly what it went to. You're assuming it's some kind of trap in this room, but now you know for sure that trap is disabled. And now we're going into combat, where I kind of jumped the gun a little bit. Noob had walked his character into the room, and I didn't realize he couldn't see the kobolds, but I went ahead and was like, there's kobolds in there. Roll initiative. So we're gonna start with that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. One kobold comes running up there.
I don't think anybody could see those kobolds even with a light source. Look at this.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah.
These kobolds have the advantage.
They're in the ultra black.
I need to start clicking on you, because if I click on your characters, it'll show me what your character can see. But I just saw Noob's character in the room. It was like, there's kobolds in there, motherfucker.
Sorry, listen, you give me the ability to control my character WASD. I love it. It's my favorite.
Oh, yeah, let's begin the encounter. That kobold went. That kobold went. And now it is Noob's go.
Woo! Now I feel fancy.
Huh. I don't see nothing.
Yeah, I can't see any of this action.
So 5.
Yeah, I'm aware at this point.
That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's one movement.
You see him now, yeah?
Yep. Actually, I'm going to take cover right here and raise shield. And then that's my 3 moves, or my 3 actions.
Did you see 3 kobolds when you went over there?
That's all 2. Disappeared. No, he's there.
Okay, so maybe just the other one's outside of your line of sight. No?
Yeah, so I take cover. Which...
No, you should have been able to see 3. Anyway, so you move, you take cover.
And I raise my shield.
Raise your shield. All right. Mahogany.
Hearing the skirmish, I'm going to move this way. Still don't see anything. I can't do that. Can't go diagonally. I don't see anything. Oh, okay.
You should see one to the north, right?
Yeah. I
Northeast?
just
I do see them all.
my character sheet was in the way.
Ah.
All right, so I've taken 1 action so far. So I'm gonna take another action to movity move. And then I am going to flurry of blows.
Okay.
First one is an 18.
That'll hit.
Woohoo! Second one is a 1. Natural uno.
Critical fail. You're not doing anything for that unless... Yeah, the flurry of blows doesn't say anything for critical fail, does it?
No, it's just 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay, yeah.
And my unarmed strike doesn't specifically
Okay.
see, fist. Yeah. Yeah, 2d6. Oh, 1d6 plus 2. Okay, don't look at it. 5 damage to the kobold.
A whack and but he's still standing.
And that's all 3 of my actions.
Matt.
All right, I'm gonna move up and up again. Let's see. I see one of my compatriots there. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20. It's that noob down there at the corner. And then I'm gonna move to here, and I will attempt to stealth. Does that take cover?
I mean, you're next to a wall. You could take cover to increase your cover by 1 step, which is an action.
But I think I can hide. That's what I want to do, which is an action.
Okay.
So I have to, let's see, you huddle behind cover or greater cover or deeper into concealment to become hidden rather than observed.
Okay.
GM rolls your stealth check in secret and compares the result to perception DC because you're observed by but you have cover or greater cover against or are concealed from. You gain circumstance bonus from cover or greater cover to your check. So how do I let you do that?
I'm looking at your character sheet now.
So you have to add it in your actions. It's under
Yes,
like regular
I got it
actions.
under there.
You just click it, the little black thing.
Oh, I did it. Okay, so there it
No,
is.
I do it.
Well,
I do it,
I
right?
think you can roll it, right?
Yeah. So that I know. I'm trying to see. Some of these give me the option to roll it.
You hit where it says stealth? And
I
the
would
hide
think
thing?
you click on hidden there
No.
or stealth, one of the two.
Your
I'm saying
stealth-
on some of these it pops up with where I can just like next to your perceptions. There's 2 dice rolls. There's one that I can roll in secret, and there's one that I can just roll for everybody to see. And I was looking if this skill had where I
Yeah.
could roll a secret version
Okay.
of it, but I don't see it. So
Yeah,
what's,
it says
what's your
roll.
bonus?
It says like
If
when
you
I
click the stealth
click on
button.
stealth roll mode, it has like blind GM roll, private GM roll, public roll. There's like a drop down menu there. And then whatever like concealment gives me.
That's what I'm saying. I'm clicking hide.
Not hidden.
No, click
Click
stealth.
stealth.
Yeah, click stealth in the little drop down
there it
that I
is.
posted.
Did you see what I rolled?
Topher
Nope, it's
privately rolled some
privately.
dice.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's question mark, question mark.
Cool.
Did you add like the cover though into it?
No. What's the cover give you?
Hold on a second. I think there's another thing for that. Hold on.
I want to say +4.
So cover gives you, let's see. You instead gain if you have standard cover, you instead get greater cover is +4. So I think I would have standard, which is a +2.
Okay.
So +2 to whatever that stealth is. Since I basically ducked in behind a pillar
Cool.
after they probably saw me.
Oh, so if you're ducked behind a pillar, that's greater coverage, right?
It depends on the angle with the thing can see. It doesn't matter. So let's move on.
It does.
All right, as long as he knows what it's going to be.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
it
my
does.
go.
The increasing or decreasing his stat doesn't change the dice that I've rolled so far. So if it was a close call, then we would keep discussing, but it's not.
Okay.
But the point of this was to make sure that we all understood. The
Yeah,
rules
we
and
can
shit
understand
going
it
forward.
better. You can read it when we're not recording.
Well, maybe our listeners want to understand it too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
listeners. Listeners,
Mhm.
comment, please, for God's sake.
You know, it's
That's
the other ones go. It's going to charge the monk.
Where'd he go?
I say charge. He's just going to move up and spear you. Or wait, what was his? How much movement did he have? $10, $15, $20. Do y'all know if diagonal's 5 feet for the first and 10 for the second? I can't.
That I don't know. I have been unclear on that topic.
I feel like that's just how
I
the math
would
works.
check the measurement tool and see what it says. You get 25 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, anyway, it moves up and it's gonna roll to hit you.
Nice.
Oh, critical. Nat
No,
20.
it's not. Oh.
It's a nat 20.
Well, fine.
Speed, flash speed, falling. I'm not getting much in the way of like clarification on it. Hold on. Grid movement. Okay.
So 8 damage as he runs up and jams his spear at you.
So yeah, Pathfinder 2. Wait, hold on. Let me double check. Yeah, it's sticking with the same. It's sticking with the same rules for movement.
Okay, cool.
I
So
think
grid
it's
movement is like 5, then 10, then 5, then 10.
Cool. Kevin.
All right, there's one movement. I now see all three of them, and I'm going to raise my shield, and that'll be my turn.
All right.
2 strides and a raise shield.
Wizard. Or Terrence.
Oh, sorry. That is me. You should have said Wizzo, the wizard. That way I would know.
I said one of those words.
All right, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, okay. Can I see the kobolds from here? Looks like it. All right, so I'm going to cast a spell upon them.
All of them? All of them?
No, just the one not engaged in combat. I don't want to like cause any.
The one furthest back.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I might not be able to. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I cannot. So I'm going to cast it on. Oh, actually, I have another 5 feet of movement. Yeah. There you go. So, yeah, I can get him. I'm going to cast a phase bolt upon him. And I got to go over here to these menu options. Everything's new. Okay. Attack, roll. I got an 18 to hit.
Oh, that's a miss.
Oof. All right. Well, my phase bolt misses. Move and attack. That's all I got.
Then round 2. Now that you guys can see the kobold in the back, you can see it. You see it throw something on the ground between it and the other kobolds? Some type of trap. Looks like a bunch of spikes, or let's see, let me read it. It's it's basically a bear trap. He throws down on the ground in front of him.
I was going to say, it looks like a bear trap.
Moves over here. Everybody, actually, Mahogany, Kevin, and Terrence give me perception.
Perception. Okay. I've rolled it.
11.
Okay.
And I got a 21.
Oh. You can actually see that he's already put another one down over there now that you can see what he's doing. So it's an action. Oh, it's still 3 actions for him to do that, so he does not move.
Do I need an action to call out what I see, or?
No, you can yell out and point to it.
All right, I will alert the party that he's laying out traps, and I'll point in the general direction, hoping that they see them.
The other kobold is going to move into a flanking position. And strike with the spear. Missing with an 8. And 13 doesn't hit you either, yeah?
No.
No. So he strikes at you twice, missing. So he moved, he did 2 actions, now it's Noob's go.
It's Noob's go. Cool. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay.
That's a move. And then I'm going to bite him.
I fully expect you to get sick of that nickname one of these days, but it's never happened.
20 to hit.
20 will hit.
Nobody knows his real name, so.
It's Mitch.
That is
Mitch.
not right. 6 damage.
Okay.
And then he is now off guard from my free hand, my feet snagging strike. And then I'm going to attack him again.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack him again. And that's a -2 to his AC from being off guard, I think.
Okay.
So roll. 15 hit his AC.
No.
Can I use my hero point to add a flat +8?
I can't remember the rules for the hero points. I don't.
That's one of them, I believe.
Spend 1 hero point to reroll a check. You must use the second result. This is a fortune effect, which means you can't use more than 1 hero point on a check. There was a list with more things on it, but I don't see it anymore. Maybe they got rid of it. I'm going to say you can spend it to reroll it, just so we can keep moving if you want to.
Yeah, sure, I'll reroll it. Boop. 19 to hit with a -2.
19 will hit.
Yeah, damage. I bite him again for 4 damage. Yeah, minimum damage.
Okay. Brings us to the monk, Mahogany.
I was trying to find. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. All right, I'm going to attempt to shove the one in front of me into that trap.
Okay.
And so I'm looking at it. It's like you must have at least one hand free. Target can't be more than one size larger than you. You push a creature away from you. Attempt an athletics check against your target's fortitude DC.
Okay.
You push, and then if I succeed, I push my target back 5 feet. And I can stride after it if I want to, but I must move in the same distance in the same direction. If I critically succeed, I push it up to 10 feet. And yeah, same thing. And then if I critically fail, I lose my balance, fall, and land prone.
Okay, so you're taking a risk.
Yeah. Hello. What did I say? Acrobatics? Athletics.
No,
Athletics, yeah.
Why don't I? Oh, okay, there it is. So it's only a +5. Come on, baby. Oh, that's an 8.
You failed, but you did not critically fail.
Okay, so that's one action.
Okay.
I am gonna try again.
Does this suffer the effects of? I don't think so, because it's a skill check.
It's a natural 20 either way.
Oh yeah, well that'll work.
Oh.
So that would make it 25.
So you push him onto the trap.
Nice.
He gets a basic reflex save. 18. Pretty good reflex. Now let's see. How does this work? Okay, so I'll just go ahead and read it. Once the trap is deployed and the square deals 2d8 piercing damage to anyone who steps on that square with a DC 17 basic reflex saving throw. I guess he doesn't take any damage then?
Yeah, it doesn't say like half damage if you pass or whatever. You just either you.
Yeah, that one says it resets.
Is there a kobold in between Mahogany and that trap? Because I don't see him.
I mean, there was until.
Okay, cool.
He's on the trap.
He's on the trap, and the trap is up front. See?
Okay, cool. Does that provoke?
No, the trap is gone because you triggered the trap.
Mm-hmm.
Just let me.
Hey, that's one way to clear the room.
Just don't understand. The first Reddit post. What are traps supposed to do exactly?
Thank you,
Shut
Reddit.
up a couple times.
Because they're all hazards now. So I'm like, maybe it's under. Yeah, I guess it's just you say it's save or suck with this trap, and until I've seen something different, we're just gonna go with that. So it activates. Okay. He falls on the trap, but rolls out of it before it clamps onto his body. The trap is gone. That has been moved. You've used 2 actions.
I'm going to flurry of blows on the one that's next to me.
Okay.
First one is another natural 20.
All right. Describe your kill.
I punch right through his little kobold head.
Oh, he was wearing a gem on his
through.
forehead. It's destroyed now.
No, it wasn't.
No treasure for you.
Lies.
The lying liar.
Look. And then so that's your go, Matt. Your go.
All right, cool. I I really can't see anything at all. I knew Noob was there and he was going that way, so I'm gonna. Is there a way I can like peek around the corner and stay hidden?
Yeah, you can move your character up and roll a stealth. Like just the 5 foot to like peek around, see if that so you can see.
I just want to be. I mean, I don't even have to move my. I mean, I normally like real life. I wouldn't even move, but I would just look around the corner so I can see what's going on.
But you're gonna have to peek your head out there to see, so that's why you have to roll a stealth to see if you stay hidden.
Okay, so I'll roll stealth here. Got my actions.
I guess I would.
Do I get a bonus because I'm hidden?
Sure.
So I think that I had like the cover, right? I don't know. I mean, you tell me if I don't know if I passed that check earlier because you did.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It's like maybe it should be me to roll it again. So, yeah, you poke your head out and you look.
Okay.
Whether or not you're still hidden, you don't know.
What the hell? I mean, if I'm not hidden, they would notice me, right? And I would notice that they noticed me.
I don't know, man.
I don't like this. All right, well, I'll just move there. At least I'm flanking with this one guy.
They definitely see that.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, how am I ever supposed to be in stealth and attack somebody then?
I don't know. This one's just... I don't know.
Flanking, it doesn't matter. Flanking gives me the same bonus, so...
Right.
I can still get my sneak attack bonus if I'm flanking, so...
You're asking me rules for a character I've never played. I don't know.
No, I know. I'm just... and I'll read up on it some more too, so I can have a more informed answer, but it's... but flanking gives me... basically gives them flat-footed against me, so I get my sneak attack bonus. Yeah. So, let's see my... actions. So I'm gonna strike with my new short sword, and I rolled a 27.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I guess I rolled they give me a 19, so that's good.
A 19. Yeah, that's also that's a critical.
And then
you beat his AC by 10.
Jesus.
That's good. So is that and then I do base damage and the sneak attack. So there we go. So I did 10 damage.
Okay. So describe your kill.
Oh wow! I can't believe that. That's terrible. I rolled terribly. All right. So I come out of the shadows, brandishing a really shiny sword. 2 cuts to the leg, and then one straight into the throat as I swerve around him and leave him bleeding to death on the stone floor there.
All right.
And with him being dead, I'm gonna dip back around the corner here.
Excuse
with
me.
my last action.
Okay.
And so I'll be in cover.
Cool.
Because I'm still hurting a lot because I did not get. I've been healed from the trap.
Kevin.
I am going to go ahead and pass. He needs to make a basic reflex save of 16.
He got it.
Oh.
All right. That's 2 actions. Third action, raise my shield.
Yeah, critically save. So that it's
a save or suck.
Okay.
It's cantrip. but I can do that to 2 enemies if they're 2 left.
And raise your shields.
Yep.
All right.
Like, I assume that's for a turn, correct?
What?
The raise shield.
Yeah. Wizzo Wizard Terrets. All three
right.
names.
We're back. We're bad. Okay, I'm gonna move up a little bit. And there's a Kobold left. I'm gonna try Phase Bolt again. Attack. 27 to get it.
Oh, natural 20.
Ew.
Critical damage.
Roll damage. So double damage, 20.
Did you? Oh, you didn't hit the critical damage. You rolled 10 and you're doubling it.
Yeah. Sorry. Was there critical damage?
Sometimes, yeah, I think you could roll. You could with the damage. It'll say critical. I just had a moment of hope that your critical was only 10 damage, but instead you've killed the creature.
Okay, good. I don't see a thing for critical damage on the.
Oh,
roll.
okay.
So I just
you
doubled
can't critical with it.
Incorrect.
You can hit the double button though, which is cool.
And then you
I just
Noob
damage.
takes 20 damage. Noob is dead.
Yeah,
I have hurt myself. Let me,
that's the problem with hitting those buttons. You're applying it to yourself.
Unfortunately, the Kobold Trapmaster, which is the strongest monster I've had so far, is dead already.
Wizzo strikes again.
He has one spike trap left that he didn't deploy. They all have a spear or a couple spears and leather armor, and he has a short sword as well. None of them have any gold. Let's see. After defeating
kobolds,
the kobolds, the players can examine their fallen foes. The kobold's gear is listed in their stat block. The Kobold Trapmaster is wearing a special necklace, a simple copper chain, and a cracked piece of large eggshell. The shell is ivory in color, but it has a strange green veins running through it.
Ew.
This piece is only about 3 inches across, but the egg it came from must have been at least 2 feet wide. Even if the heroes take this piece back to town, never mind. That's for me.
All right, can I roll a knowledge check on it?
You can.
Would you suggest one?
Sure.
I'll do Arcana or Arcane.
Let's just say that you roll, even with a really high roll, you're not entirely sure, but yeah, give me an Arcane or Nature.
I rolled an Arcane. It was not a good roll. 8.
It's an egg.
I don't know what this is, but it looks big.
I got a 21 for nature.
Okay. You believe that this comes from some sort of giant turtle or reptile-like egg, but you can't be sure off the size of this piece what type of creature would have come at it. It just resembles a turtle or reptilian egg.
Yeah, it's either amphibian or reptilian, but it's a big one.
Lore cooking. It's an egg.
Roll it. It's an egg.
I'll try it. 19.
It's definitely an egg.
Has a.
And then I'm just going to read from this so you know what the game is telling me
All right.
to tell you. After defeating the kobolds, the heroes can take their belongings. Noted in each treasure stat block, the heroes won't find other treasure in the room, but there is another exit. The spiral staircase in the back of the room descends even deeper into the earth. This is a great time for the heroes to rest and regain their spells and hit points before pressing onward. You should remind them of this option and encourage them to head back to Otari to report what they have discovered.
Okay.
You can also use this time to steal any treasure that you found and purchase additional gear. So at this point, the game is suggesting, before going further into this dungeon, returning to town and resting.
Nah.
I don't know what's in the next level of this dungeon, but the writers are like, tell them to nap.
All right, so let's go take a nap and buy a ton of potions.
Well, all right. Before we nap, I have a question. What type of healing do we get from a full rest?
Click it and find out. Click the little bed icon.
Well, I'm just wondering because I can spend a hero point, regain a spell, and I can regain heal.
Savior, we can. At this point, we can all go back down and sleep for a day.
I got one hit point back when I hit the button.
The character regains hit points equal to their Constitution modifier, minimum 1, multiplied by their level. If they rest without any shelter or comfort, you might reduce this healing. Hold on. Hold on. The character loses the fatigue condition. The character reduces the severity of the doomed and drained conditions by 1. Most spellcasters need to rest before they regain their spells for the day.
I didn't even cast anything but my cantrips.
Isn't that nice?
That is nice.
That's it. That's the list. Right. That's the things that happen when you sleep.
All right. Well, then in that case, I'm going to go ahead and spend my hero point, regain heal, and spend a 3-turn action. And let me go ahead and see if I can do this.
This is where I put the timer on the video.
The 60 seconds theme song.
All right, there we go.
Thanks for waiting for Kevin to heal us all. That song was by Noob. It's about being in an elevator.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
I actually slipped in a mode module at the end of it. So
how much healing was it, Kevin?
I think we're still actually waiting.
Oh,
I'm trying to place a 30-foot emanation.
Everybody gets close. It's cool. Oh, wait, then the game will actually heal y'all if y'all are close when it casts a spell.
Yeah,
you get close to Kevin.
Kevin, move to the right, son.
We all holding hands.
Oh, not the kobold. Don't revive him.
The traps are healed.
No.
Oh, wow. Nobody had to move.
Yeah, 30-foot emanation.
Yeah, that shit.
Noob left.
Fuck that.
Emanation.
I want it.
So there it is. But I'm trying to see if it'll.
Oh, Kevin, just hit the I'll hit it.
I got it to do the emanation. I don't know why it's not going further.
You know, it's like this game is like a point.
It's not going further because that's 30 feet.
No, he means
why isn't it rolling the?
Did you hit the button?
Hit the button to roll damage.
16 basic fortitude.
That's wrong too.
I say
16 points back to everybody.
I did that. That's just a roll I made to save against it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he rolled it as a
there you go.
Oh, everybody
there.
gets back
Everyone gets 4.
I haven't been hit yet, so I'm fine. That's weird because I probably have the highest hit points of the party.
What's yours?
20.
No, he beat me by 1.
Well, that helps, but I'm still not.
Well, let me just heal it. There it goes.
So then we do.
You also did it for 2 rounds, so it's not just 4. Spell has a range of 30 feet. If you're healing a living creature, increase the hit points restored by 8. So everybody got back 12.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
So
maxed then.
full. Yeah.
Unless we leveled up. Did we level up? GM?
I don't know. I haven't read that far. You still have to go back to town and rest and buy stuff.
We go back to
Yeah, we're
town,
going back to town and rest and buy
stuff.
stuff. So somebody post how much money we have.
How much money does new spells cost?
I don't know. I haven't bought anything. But you go back through. You talk to Tamerley Taverdale. Yeah, I'm assuming you inform her of the horrors in her basement.
Yeah, there's like fucking
Yes.
kobolds in here.
Listen, Penelope Penis, your basement is filled with monsters and crap.
I'm not letting that one talk anymore.
It sounds.
I'm
letting him talk. It sounds to me like there's more kobolds down there than the amount of fish I'm missing. I'll give you guys more money if you go back down there and finish investigating, and I'll even throw in 2 potions of healing.
All right, now you're talking my language.
Total 2 potions of healing total.
Yeah, that's not enough. You know how many times I almost died down there?
Then I guess the monk won't be with us next time on. You're leaving the adventure, Mahogany?
Bad.
I'm just gonna kick her in the shin.
Oh,
That's all.
She drops the potions of healing. They shatter on the ground. You don't get
you've ruined everything. I hate everything. I'm never adventuring again. I'm gonna become a guy who sells potions as a wizard.
I mean, people are gonna need.
You're an
that.
NPC now.
Anyhow, I'll look through the next part of this adventure to find out when and if you level up. I'm sure you do, but we're out of time.
Okay.
Oh man.
Thanks for playing, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
I'm in an elevator, going up, going down. Is the song just a loop? You can't tell what's going down. Just kidding, it is you. 'Cause you're on an elevator. Maybe you're going up. Baby, I don't know, I'm just a song that's playing in your elevator. Maybe chewing on it now and later. What I know is this song is really long. Or maybe it's just a loop, I don't know. But maybe if you listen long enough, while you're out in this elevator, you can tell how long it's been in the song. I don't know, it's just an elevator. Baby, we are in an elevator. Or maybe you're all by yourself. I don't know, 'cause it's an elevator. Oh baby, what's that smell?